Good afternoon, friends. Steve Banoon here with Israeli News Light. It is April the 11th, 2022. Got several things we're going to be talking about here. Going to be talking first about Ukraine, the situation that's going on there, where it's going. It's not looking good at all, friends. Not looking good at all. I can see global conflict written all over the entire thing. And on top of that, then we've also got New World Order, or a one world religion. We're going to be looking at Michael Flynn, General Michael Flynn, no less, calling for a one world religion. Now, how many apologetics will we get out of this with Michael Flynn? And the thing is he's invited me to come to a meeting that he's hosting there in Arkansas. So this really blew me away to hear what he says here. Gonna look at that though, because anybody that happens to know him personally, I mean, I realize he knows who I am. So I was invited. He had asked specifically for me to come there. But I'm very concerned because when you're talking about a one world religion, you're talking none other than what we have exposed already, the Vatican's one world religion. Oh my gosh, yeah, back in the days when I only had gray on the bottom of the beard and not as much on my head, right? But now it's everywhere. Anyway, let's get into everything quickly. Dabu, bless his heart, the man is just amazing. He put out this video. I want to play this real quick. Build up in Europe. Let's listen to this. Massive military build up on Russia's border underway by NATO. Listen to Dabu and what he has to say.
This is Dabu 7. We have NATO announcing that they're in the middle of a fundamental transformation and that they're planning a massive military buildup along the Russian border. So they're drawing up plans to deploy a permanent, full-scale military force in this area to combat Russian aggression and also to deter any types of an invasion. They state that what they have set up now definitely could not stop an invasion of Russian troops. So the Secretary General, Jens Stoltenberg, says that NATO will undergo a major reset. This is the second time here in the past couple of years that this...
Dabu's going to go in there and tell you that they're going to more than likely double the size of the force that they have there from about 40,000 to 80,000. That's alarming in itself. Then we're getting, of course, the propaganda media coming out by the West. CBS Saturday morning, desperate to escape. Ukrainian citizens flee in terror after deadly train depot strike. And of course, on there written in Russian, for the children. I mean, is this nuts or what? I mean, look at the size of this bomb, right? Do you know what happens when bombs that big hit a ground somewhere? Well, all you have to do is ask Patrick Lancaster, his family, because the Ukraine sent a bomb over near where his wife lives at there, where he sent her to safety inside of Russia. And let me just share with you right here. There's the crater it left. How much missile is left? 26 people were killed. I'm going to play this here in just a little clip of this here in a moment here with what Patrick Lancaster speaks about this and his family, by the grace of God, spared. Patrick's an American, and he sent his wife over to Russia when the war broke out in Ukraine, fearing for her safety. And then a bomb from Ukraine lands over in Russia. Not good at all. Not good at all. All right, so let's take a look at some things that are going on here. Again, like I said, you got all this fake news coming out. And by the way, you're going to find out in a minute what locals say, Ukrainian locals are saying about this war. I want to bring that out for you because there is so much disinformation and they blame all this on Russia. Russia, of course, is denying it. All right. And so let's take a look. And then I'm going to jump back over here to Maria Zakharova. Actually, let me play a little bit of what Maria Zakharova says because it kind of leads up into this. She's going to tell you about the disinformation. Maria Zakharova, she is the, oh gosh, I don't know exactly what Maria Zakharova's title is in Ukraine. Actually, a good friend of mine knows her personally. But at any rate, let's play this video clip here for you. I think she's the spokeswoman for the Russian government there. Let's listen into what she said. We'll read the subtitles. Its goals and tasks are to free the DPR and the LPR, Luhansk and People's Republic, demilitarize and denazify Ukraine, and remove threats to Russia from Ukrainian territory where neo-Nazis are committing atrocities. The Russian military are doing all they can to avoid civilian victims. They are not striking civilian facilities. They are opening humanitarian corridors for people to leave dangerous areas every day. Against the backdrop, the Kiev regime is shelling residential neighborhoods, destroying the country, into a humanitarian disaster with support from the Americans. They are building up lethal arms and supplies to Ukraine. Recently, Ukrainian nationalists have been focusing on provocations, disinformation, and fabricated episodes that are aimed at accusing Russia of war crimes. We saw similar stage shows in Syria several years ago, and yes, we did. We reported that quite a bit to you guys. All right, now I'm just gonna pause it because we don't need to go any further with Maria Zakharova there, because that kind of sets the stage for it. And you remember, guys, this is what it's the disinformation that caused me even to change my opinion about what was happening in Israel. And speaking of Israel right now, Israel is getting ready to launch a strike against Iran. Now we hear this all the time. I'm always hearing this. And then things don't end up happening. But again, at very high levels of communication in Israel, I'm hearing that they're stocking up. People are getting their bunkers ready. The elite of Israel are preparing to go into the bunkers as well, and all the planes are fueled up and ready to go. And they are preparing a strike on Iran. Now, that's what I'm being told. Don't know if it's going to happen or not, but that's what we're hearing, right? Anyway, Patrick shares here on one neighborhood shelled twice a day, every day in the Russian-Ukraine war, and I want you to see what he finds out. He's going to interview some of the locals here. Let's play a little bit of what he says here.
Of the battle that's going on, and the civilian area has come under shelling. We're investigating the shelling damage to these homes.
You hear the gunfire in the background.
Dangerous as fuck.
She has left, guys. Hello. There is just a horror, really. It hit the yard. The shell landed here. Show it and tell us about it. Here and the rest. The roof is blown off. Actually, the roof was blown off the day before yesterday. The shell landed here. I'm sorry. Let me get up to where he... Okay, it's fixing to. The windows are blown out, and this is also the joy has come. Where did it come from? It came from Krasnogorivka, over there. And who is there? Well, yes. Ukrainian army. What else? Why do they shell here? Probably they do not need us. Probably in here. It was the situation here now. It's terrible, guys. 3 days ago, the house shattered. Then there is a roof. It landed over there. Today it landed here and also on that street. I can show you. It still stinks here. Ooh, it's gas. It still stinks. Tell us what then happened and what are the consequences. The consequences are these are going out and man died in that house. When the days ago, let's go, I'll show you. It was then, and there was shelling. There was shelling. You see now there is one house and another one. And today the guys were covering the roof, and I got so scared when I went out and I cried asking them if they were alive. They managed to jump off the roof and to roll off of it.
Откуда это стреляет?
Where do they shoot from? From Ukraine. Marinka, Krasnovoga. Here they are. It flies over our heads and whistles, just flies and whistles.
Это Украина там, да?
This is Ukraine there, right? Certainly, there's Ukraine. Why do they shoot here? They probably like it. They've been shelling us here for 8 years. For 8 years they've been shooting.
8 лет они сюда били.
Может, тут военные.
Maybe there's a military object here. What military? There are people here. Can you see here any tanks? Nothing. Only civilians. It's also hit there. It's shattered.
Он и попало тоже, вот разлетелось.
Видите, он мой дом
на
стоит,
свете,
вот
вот
дом
дом
стоит,
разлетел.
прилетело все.
На той улице тоже.
There's my house over there, and it's also hitting another house and another one. Street 2, the girl's house. She lives here. What's your name? My name is Lilia.
Меня Лиля зовут.
The roof's over there, and the rest too. It's all covered with smoke. 3 days ago it was here, and now again.
Билось всё, несколько дней, вот 3 дня назад, а теперь опять.
Why? I guess they do not need us. They shoot at us. Yesterday it hit here. It's already the second time. How many times did it hit here? 2 times, 2 shells today? No, not today. Before then again.
Нет, не сегодня. Перед этим вот тут было и опять.
And when was it? The day before yesterday when it hit here. So this is all from the day before yesterday. No, it's today at 12 p.m.
Вчера, да?
Нет, это сегодня.
А, это сегодня.
12 часов дня.
Утром.
It was in the morning, and everything is gone everywhere.
The area here just comes under shelling a couple times a day. Now we're going to another location that was hit.
So we'll move forward a little bit here.
Несколько раз в неделю или
Doing
как?
Okay, okay. I got it. It flies. It smashed the gazebo, damaged everything.
Понял.
Летит. Беседка вот разбила, вот это все побило.
I managed to cover it a bit.
And here we see how this man was able to cover up his son's home, at least a part of the roof. And the neighbors, when this was shelled 3 days ago, his neighbor was killed by the shelling.
It hit 11 a.m. today. Our grandparents. Nothing is left. Today, 11 a.m. was all hit. Is it in mine? Probably the 220s or which ones? Who knows what flies from there?
Сегодня в 11
You know, see, the problem is, friends, the Ukrainians are the ones that are constantly attacking their own people. In fact, let me go to Patrick's YouTube channel here and see if I can't share with you. There was another one. Okay, here we go. This one here is about asking the Russians about asking the Ukrainians about Russians' Mariupol attacks. Okay, who you? Okay, let me back this up. I remember listening to this one not too long ago. I'll just play a short clip for you. It arrived, stopped at a traffic light, and fired at 9-story building. Then he drove. Oh yeah. Ooh, I need to back this up further because this is where the Ukrainians are just coming down the street and just shelling the mess out of the people in their places. All right. Today I went to the Kavrovsky district, saw the ruins. I want to go to my brother, but I did not see him. When I came home, I thought that they were dead. Everything is turned upside down there, but we didn't see any bodies. Thank God, no bodies were seen.